Well, hello there, independent artists. Today, I wanted to talk about why sometimes I will say no to artists that are interested in having me produce their music for them. I look for some specific things and just thought I might share some of this insight with you today. The first reason I might turn an artist away is they haven't had any vocal coaching at all, and they may have a good voice, but there's a lot of technical problems that we can run into in the studio. There's a lot of nuance to singing that maybe they haven't fine tuned yet. If they haven't put in at least, I would say, 2 to 3 years at least working with a vocal coach, they probably don't know what they don't know yet. If I listen to them and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm blown away, your voice is amazing, you've never had voice lessons, I can't believe it, I would still encourage them to get some coaching because, like I said, there are going to be some areas where they're either going to tire quickly, they will not approach certain parts of their range correctly. So I would probably do more of a little, let's do a little vocal test first. The number two reason is if I can tell that they're really not interested in making great music, but kind of just finding the cheapest producer. I'm definitely not the cheapest. I'm not the most expensive, but I'm not the cheapest. So if you're looking for the cheapest, see ya. Number three reason I say no, and this is probably the most common, the songs themselves are not ready. And this means they really need to be one-on-one worked with a songwriting coach or put in a songwriting group where you can get some feedback where maybe the lyrics are a little bit like iffy. The melodies are a little boring. There's nothing pulling me into the song. It's just a little bit plain. That's the number one reason why I usually tell people you need to get some work on your songs because they're not quite ready. And I always position it in a way that's like, I did the same thing actually. When I was in my 20s, I made an album of songs and I did some covers and some originals, and I'm a much better songwriter, or I was a much better songwriter 10 years after that. But I had never had anyone coaching me or telling me what I was doing wrong with my songs. They weren't bad, but they weren't great. So I just encourage people to spend some time working with a coach so that they're writing the best songs that they absolutely can before they invest in the studio production of those songs. And the number four reason, they have no plan. They're just kind of doing, I guess I just need to go make some music, and they have no idea who they are as an artist. Now, a lot of times, what I do, especially if the songs sound great, their voice sounds great, I think they're amazing, I really believe in them, then I will take them under my wing and say, let me help you create your plan. And speaking of that, I'm giving away the artist branding workbook for free. And if you have not sat down and figured out who you are, what makes you stand out in this very noisy music space, then it's time you do that so that you can really impress your producer, right? To be like, I totally know who I am. I know the sound that I want. I know the story I'm telling. I know what people are saying about me when I'm not in the room. That's what a brand is all about. Anyway, I hope that was helpful today, and I'll see you next time.